I don't know what's up with my microphone today, but it's ruining my life, I feel. It's just like freaking cereal box of Snap, Crackle and Pop just jumped inside my microphone and just decided to run around in there because I was just getting lots of static, and I don't know. I'm going to try and narrate this again. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, then I guess I'll do it again, but whatever. We've got a match here against MyGoateeIsSick, who has he has a very poorly facial thing on his face, I guess, seeing as it is sick. But we're using the Ferris team, and it's an interesting game, I guess, so we might as well just go into it. Mama Swine is going to lead, probably a Sash lead, I'm guessing, with the Stealth Rock and everything. So I'm just going to go for the Toxic, I guess, break its Sash and do a little bit of, damage in the process. Flamethrower would have probably been nicer there, but yeah, Toxic works still. It's still a good move, and it does the job. So I'm actually going to go straight out to Fortress here because he doesn't really have a ghost on his team, and I'm thinking that as long as there aren't any ghosts, it means there's nothing to block my rapid spin, which means that I can freely get one off right here, right now, and I'll be able to, rocks are going to be a pain because I have Dragonite and Victini, who are both susceptible to them because of the weakness and all that garbage, so it's good to get them out early game, and I'm at a better footing than I was before, I guess you could say. So I'm actually going to go out into Vaporeon here, expecting the Fee Create or the general Fire move, and he makes a really nice prediction early game. It was pretty obvious, to be honest, but it's still good nonetheless that he manages to land the Fusion Bolt on my Victini, and looking at how much that does, I'm guessing he may be banded. I'm not sure as to whether that would be Scarf damage or banded damage. I'm feeling that Scarf may have done a little less than that just because it's unstabbed and everything, but I don't know. It did a lot of damage and something that I don't want to be staying in for. So I'm going to go straight out to Electros. Electros obviously resists it, and because of the non-stabbed nature of it, I'm going to take it very, very nicely indeed and put me at a good footing here to go for whatever move I so choose, which I believe I'm going to go for the Flamethrower, knowing that he doesn't want to stay in, and knowing that he's going to probably go to Mamoswine to predict the electric type. And Flamethrower is going to do a hefty amount to that Mamo, bringing it right down to where Poison will bring it so close to killing it. This is the one thing, if that was normal poison, he probably would have died that turn, but because it's toxic poison, he is going to end up living and allow him to get off another move, which I thought was going to be Stealth Rock. I thought he was about to die and Stealth Rock was the best thing for him to do, so I'm going to go into Fortress, and he pulls Endeavor out the bag. I'm like, okay, man, what just happened? Like, wow, I didn't expect that at all. And thinking about it, I kind of should have expected it. I actually have an Endeavor Stealth Rock Mamoswine in 4th gen. I just haven't seen it for so long that it kind of escaped my mind, and the general possibility of it just completely went out the window. So I mean, you learn more the more you play, I guess, and remember more the more you play. My memory's getting a little bit rusty in terms of Pokemon, but whatever, it's fine. So Victini kills off the Fortress. It was pretty much dead at that point, and I'm going to go into Metagross to try and pursue him on the switch. He's not going to stay in Infusion Bolt and Metagross because Earthquake's too much of an issue for him. So I do get a lot of damage on the Victini. It's in a really revengeable range, which is nice for later on. But in comes an Umbreon, and obviously pursuing on an Umbreon because I'm a Choice Scarf Metagross isn't going to be the best idea. So I'm going to go to Vaporeon because he's just probably going to Wish, and he's attempting to Wish Pass, I'm guessing. So I'm just going to try and go for a move to hit whatever comes in and whatever he wants to go for. I probably should have gone for the Wish here instead of just trying to hit him, I guess, but whatever, it doesn't really make too much of a difference because I can just Wish on this turn and hopefully be able to heal myself up. However, he's going to kind of cut that short because he's going to predict it go to his Starmie, which has Thunderbolt or Thunder or whatever he wants to be running, which is probably going to kill Vaporeon at this range, and I can't stay in to receive my own Wish simply because I don't carry Protect on that Vaporeon. I kind of go with the thesis that having Protect on Vaporeon is something that everyone does, and therefore by not carrying it, most people will think you will have Protect, and therefore they will switch sometimes, which is, I don't know, it's just something that worked for me a long time ago, and I guess that it could work again, so that's why I do it. But in comes Electros to take the Wish, because that's the only thing that can take the Thunderbolt, and unfortunately going to get paralyzed on switch to Heracross Pinsir, my main man Pinsir here, who, let me tell you, Pinsir packs a punch, mainly because it has Mold Breaker, and because this whole Dragonite multiscale thing is going to be like nullified with the Mold Breaker, so I lose Dragonite for no reason. which is terrible, very terrible, and that has really put a massive hole in my team that I lost Dragonite to a choice banded Stone Edge. At least I'm thinking it's choice banded, because I have a feeling I would have lived a choice Scarf Stone Edge just because the lack of stab and everything. I know Pinsir has good attack, but it's not good enough, I feel. But anyway, in comes Metagross, which is going to threaten that Pinsir out, goes into Umbreon, and Meteor Mash is really the thing that I want to be smacking around here, doing as much damage as I can to that thing. Unfortunately, it's going to be a 3-hit KO, which allows him to get up a Wish and then go out to Victini, which I'm thinking may die from this just because I have a lot of attack and I'm a Metagross. He lives with, like, you need Telescope for that amount of HP, really. It's like, I don't even want to say because it just makes me depressed inside and all over. So anyway, Victini's alive, from the brink of death anyway, and Vaporeon's going to come in as death fodder. I thought Vaporeon could be used, maybe, but it turns out that V-Create is too freaking powerful for even Vaporeon to resist, and I'm going to go straight down. So, not looking good. I've lost Dragonite, I've lost Vaporeon, things are not looking tasty right now. I only have like 2 Pokemon left, and it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a real struggle, but I think I can get through it because I have Mixtini. And let me tell you, this Mixtini is probably my favourite mixed Victini in the world. It just does so much work. It's so brilliant. It's amazing. So I bring it on the Victini, which is speed lowered from the V-Create, so I know I can get a free Fusion Bolt off and take out whatever comes in, which he decides Umbreon's death fodder at this point, so might as well get rid of it. And in comes Starmie, which is still a threat to my Victini because it outspeeds it and has that stab Hydro Pump, which is doing a hell of a lot of damage. Something that I didn't expect. I expected him to have Surf, but it turns out that he's Life Orb Hydro Pump, and he's going to finish me off with an Ice Beam here. Electros being very defensive in general and can take lots of hits, but when it's coming from stab Hydro Pump off a Starmie with Life Orb backing it up, not going to take it so nicely. Not going to take it so nicely at all. But I know that Metagross can definitely live it because it just has natural bulk. Metagross is just generally one of those cool things that lives with decent amount of health. Like, that's a really good chunklet that I do live with, and he's going to stay in because he's afraid I'm going to pursue him on the way out, because I did reveal that earlier, which is great because with that foreknowledge I can play with his mind a little bit, and I managed to kill him with an Earthquake, which puts me in a really good footing here, because now that his Starmie's out the way, there is nothing on his team that actually outspeeds my Victini, barring his own Victini, which could potentially be a speed tie, because I know this Pinsir is probably choice banded, and I can finish this thing off with a fire move. He has one of those Ice Face Andros guys, which that thing is a pain, and he has Victini, so I know I can do well. I know I can be able to get rid of his guys as long as Mixtini does the job that it's supposed to do, which is first of all Overheat, basically lulling them into a full sense of security that is my only fire move, whereas in fact I do have in the back of my pocket a wee V-Create that I can whip out whenever it so please me. But I'm going to go for the Fusion Bolt here. Seeing how much Overheat did to the Victini, I know a Fusion Bolt will take it out from that range. I'm hoping to outspeed it, but he's just going to switch out to his freaking Justin Timberlake man, Andros Ice Face buddy guy, who he's going to take a Fusion Bolt terribly because that thing's physical defense is awful, and it's going to take a Brick even worse because it's going to die to it. So this is really the point at which the match would be decided, and I win the speed tie or I'm faster, one of the two. I feel I'm faster. I feel that he's running an adamant natured Victini, and I'm just going to be able to outspeed it because I'm naive or whatever, because I'm mixed, which is great because I clean out Victini, and in comes the Heracross. Why do I keep calling it Heracross? It's Pinsir. Man, what is... Jesus Christ. I haven't seen Pinsir in too long. I keep saying Heracross is a silly thing. But because he's banded, I am able to outspeed him. Lay a V-Create right on his face, and that's going to finish the game. Mixtini doing so much work. I love this thing. I'm considering using it as a moveset video because it's really great. It's something that I think's fantastic. I think lots more people should use it and stuff. So anyway, if you missed my last video, which was a moveset video on one of my Mienshao sets, then you can go click that. That would be very appreciated. It's a video that I feel I put a lot of effort into, so if you give that some love, that would be very nice. Otherwise, you can click that like button to give me some love right here, right now, and I will see you guys next time once I have another battle up and stuff. So yeah, goodbye.